In this video, I'm going to be going through Chapter 1 of the Year 11 or Preliminary HSC Engineering Studies, and we're going to be looking at communications. So, I'm just going to be reading, that's pretty much it. So, or maybe skimming. Freehand sketching is an important skill. Engineers use this all the time, right? I used freehand sketches all the time. So me as the engineer, I never actually drew the designs in AutoCAD. I would draw sketches, and then I would hand them over to professional drafters. And then we talk about football. About something between like 10 and 12% of the HSC will be related to drawing. You can draw the hands freehand, but I would suggest using a ruler. They must meet the standards set by AS 1100. I would suggest using set squares in the instruments below. Here's what you're allowed to bring in. In the exam, you have to write in blue or black pen, but your drawing should be in pencil. I will tell you that I marked drawings. And I can say that if you use pen, there's a good chance that a marker will mark you down. Okay, maybe not me, because I was probably more lenient, but other people will mark you down. Okay, you have a mechanical pencil, probably better known as a pacer, and it should have HB lens. This is used for thick, dark lines. You should also have just a regular HB pencil and a sharpener that you can use for your thin, dark lines, for dimensioning and center lines. You should use a 2H pencil that you use to draw a rough version first, which we call construction lines. If you've done graphics, you'll know what construction lines are. You are also allowed to bring into the paper an eraser, a rule or a ruler, scale, which is a scale ruler, which has different scales that engineers use, and they are helpful, and set squares. You're allowed to bring in a compass, a protractor, circle templates, and ellipse templates. You can buy those from Eckersley. I recommend the Kent brand set squares and the Kent brand ellipses. I don't get a kickback. I just think that they're a very good standard. I think they're durable. They have good bend to them. They have good dimensions on both sides. The dimensions go right into the corners. Also, you can use be careful with ellipse templates because sometimes you can have a bad time, and I'll talk about them in more detail. You're allowed to use an approved calculator. That should be apparent because that's pretty much for every other subject. Okay. Pictorial drawings give an overview of the object, and they're the most intuitive. When people look at these, they say, oh, it's a cube, right? Now, there's three main different kinds of pictorial drawings. We can draw perspective drawings, isometric, or oblique. Isometric drawings, they're drawn at 30 degrees on each side. Pictorial drawings, when they're drawn at 30 degrees, are known as isometric. It's written above. You can just copy it. These drawings look slightly more natural, and they're better when two faces of the object feature circles. So see how down the bottom here we have two circles. Those circles you can draw with your circle template. These circles, this circle here, really hard to draw. Yeah? So that's why you should always draw anything that has two circles. You should use isometric drawings. And that's why usually people will do isometric drawings rather than the next one we're going to learn about. I have a video here on how you can draw isometric circles. And I've also got a place where you can buy circle templates from Eckersley. Again, I don't get a kickback, right? That's where I'd suggest I'd get them. Okay, oblique drawings. These ones here. Maths teachers draw oblique drawings because usually they want to draw something that has one complex shape and all the other sides are pretty simple, right? Oblique drawings are drawn at 45 degrees on one side, and they are known as oblique is what you fill in there. These drawings are easy to draw if only one side features a circle or detail. Okay, perspective drawings appear the most natural, however they are harder to produce, at least without a computer. Right? These days in the age of Google SketchUp, it's much easier to produce them, but once upon a time it was very difficult. Okay, orthogonal drawings. Orthogonal drawings depict a top view, front view, and or side view, usually with dimensions and other notes. Dimensions is what goes in there. See how we've got some dimensions for our Lego? The benefit of orthogonal drawings over pictorial drawings is that they show more detail. In Australia, you must produce orthogonal drawings in third angle projection. That probably should have a hyphen, but sometimes I feel a little hyphen happy. This means that the top view is on top. You must complete 3 engineering reports for assessment tasks, 1 in Year 11 and 2 in the Year 12 course. Why do we do this? Well, engineering reports are an important way of communicating information clearly and accurately. It is important that you reference your information so that the reader can readily find the source and reliably find your information. Okay, I've got here the structure of the report should follow. It's a title, contents page. It should have numbers, subheadings. All of that stuff will be specified, and generally, most people follow Bob Wee-Way's notes from the University of Wollongong. Lastly, I talk about working collaboratively. We'll look at this video separately, but there's 3 main benefits, and these are questions I might ask you in exam. What are the 3 main benefits of working collaboratively? Well, we get more experiences, right, and more perspectives. We come up with better ideas. We get a better range of skills. And the last reason is we can just do more stuff more quickly. If you have 100 people building a barn, you can do it in a day. If you have 2 people building a barn, it might take you 2 months.